A red taxi stopped at the front doors of Kempinski Hotel, and a young woman who appeared to be in her early 20s stepped out from the vehicle. She was in a simple white cotton dress, and her long hair was loosely curled. Her look was neither gaudy nor lavish. It was simple, yet fully capable of withstanding any scrutiny. Her makeup was likewise applied lightly, and she clutched a white handbag in her hand. This, paired with a pair of plain black heels, made her look like a goddess from a secluded and peaceful oasis. Her beauty wasn't the type to awe the masses, but her facial features were delicate and easy to remember. She gave others the feeling of being caressed by a gentle spring wind. There were such women in the world whose beauty was not stunning, but still enchanting all the same. And it just so happened that Homian was one of those few women who could captivate those around her with her unique presence. "Oh my, Homian, you're here. Hurry upstairs to the peony room on the second floor. Everyone's waiting there. If they knew you came, they'd all be overjoyed." At the door, old classmates who were in charge of welcoming guests gave her directions with warm smiles. Homian nodded, returning the smile as she made her way slowly towards the second floor. She didn't know why, but she felt an implacable sense of unease bubbling up inside of her. This was a feeling that she hadn't had in a very long time. Truth be told, she rarely attended these high school reunions. It wasn't that Homian was unsociable or that she thought she was too good for them, only that during those 3 years of high school, someone left such a deep mark in her heart and soul that she had subconsciously avoided all of these events. This time, she only chose to attend because her high school homeroom teacher personally called and invited her. Miss Yao was over 60 years old and had retired a long time ago from what Homian had. She immigrated to New Zealand with her daughter some time ago. But now, not only did she suddenly return to the country, she also organized this reunion. Homian really had no reason to refuse. Although she was never the type of student that caught the teacher's attention through academics, she was as fond of Miss Yao as her old classmates were. Besides, that person's been missing for 7 years. There's no way he will show up for this reunion, right? Reassuring herself, Homian struggled to suppress her knees. When she finally pushed through the door, there were already 20 or so people inside. Hearing the door open, they all looked over the entrance and saw Homian smiling timidly. "Hi everyone, it's been a while," she greeted. "Hey, if it isn't the beautiful Miss Hu, what a surprise that you actually came to a reunion. Hell must be freezing over," one of her female classmates said in a mocking tone. Homian smiled awkwardly and didn't reply. Just then, the class president, Han Su, stood up and walked over with a warm greeting. "Homian, it's been a while. Everyone missed you. How are you doing these days?" "Oh, I'm doing well, class president." Homian looked around the room. When she didn't see the homeroom teacher, she couldn't stop herself from asking, "Where's Miss Yao?" "Miss Yao just called and said that she's stuck in traffic. She'll be here soon. Come on, take a seat first." Homian nodded. Finding a quiet corner, she sat down and listened to the loud banter of the classmates around her. It had been many years since they graduated from high school, and everyone had changed. Some were now famous entrepreneurs, some were working for the government, some others had gone to study abroad. All in all, compared to these people, the girls who'd once been taught as genius with an IQ of 130 could not appear any more ordinary right now. After graduating high school, she rejected colleges in the capital city and surprised everyone when she applied to the nursing school at a local medical academy. After graduation, she went directly into the provincial hospital to become a nursing intern, signing a 3-year contract. Now she had a stable relationship with an intern in the ophthalmology department of the hospital where she worked. Although his family background was fairly average, he had a decent future ahead of him. Homian felt that she could ask nothing more from this life. She didn't wish for wealth and fortune, only stability and security. Then someone suddenly patted her back. Startled, Homian turned around. Homian sighed Homian sighed in relief when she saw who it was. Ling Ling, are you trying to scare me to death? Hey, I thought we agreed that you'd wait for me by the doors first so we can come in together. Can't believe you ran in before me. Ling Ling said as she pulled up her chair and sat next to Homian. I was going to wait for you, but I saw an old classmate by the door. He said that everyone was upstairs, so I came up. Homian smiled gently. The one that greeted her was Zhu Lingling, her best friend since high school, who was now a flight attendant for an international airline. She was a pretty girl and Homian's only close girlfriend. Like Homian, she was amiable and exceptionally kind-hearted. Lingling, I thought you've been busy recently. How can I not be busy? I am super busy. We were supposed to fly to Sing City today, but I didn't want to miss our reunion, so I asked a colleague to cover my shift. Oh, hey, where's your doctor? Why didn't you bring him? He had a surgery scheduled today, so he couldn't make it. Not bad. I see a bright and promising future for him. By the way, how's your house hunting going? We're getting there. Out of the 3 apartments that we went to see, there's one that we both liked. We're going to talk to his parents about it before making a final decision. Wow, that's fast. Where is it located? Buying a new place is a big deal, so you'd better think it through fast, Zhu Lingling said. It's on 3rd Ring Road, so it takes a little over 20 minutes to get to work by bus. It's pretty convenient, Homian replied as she smiled faintly. Nice. I heard that apartments on 3rd Ring Road are worth an average of 8,000 yuan per square meter. Your boyfriend must have some savings then, Zhu Lingling exclaimed in admiration. It's not going to be a one-time payment. We're just placing a down payment for now, and the 2 of us will slowly pay off the rest of the mortgage. We're still young and have plenty of time. So, after buying the apartment, are you guys going to get married? Zhu Lingling asked as she reached out to hold Homian's hand. Yes, it seems so. If nothing unexpected happens, Homian smiled. Mian, yeah? Are you sure that you're willing to get married just like this? Zhu Lingling suddenly asked, with a serious expression on her face. Well, at this point, does it matter if I'm willing or not? Mian, you know why I'm asking. Have you really forgotten about him? Zhu Lingling lowered her voice down to a whisper, but Homian still heard every word clearly. A trace of sadness appeared in her eyes, with a hint of almost undetectable heartache. What's the point? So what if I'm not willing? This is how my life is supposed to be, and I've surrendered to it. I surrendered 7 years ago, Homian said as she smiled bitterly. Just as Zhu Lingling was about to say something else, the doors of the private room opened, prompting everyone to stand up immediately. Homian and Zhu Lingling followed and looked towards the entrance. To her satisfaction, she saw their old homeroom teacher, Miss Yao, whose hair was now graying, and standing beside their teacher was him? The man who disappeared 7 years ago, the man who used to be the most important person in Homian's life. It was like a dream for him to appear in front of her like this, giving her no time to prepare herself at all. Homian's entire body went numb and her brain blanked out. Oh God, did I see it right? That person, is that Queen Chu? A girl's surprised shriek came from the crowd, grabbing everyone's attention from shock they were previously in. Queen Chu, that really is Queen Chu, another girl repeated those words excitedly. Homian was completely stunned as she gazed at this silhouette by the door. That person stood out more so today than he did all those years ago. The glow radiating off his body made it impossible for one to ignore him or look away. He was 185 centimeters tall, clothed in a black dress shirt and black pants. However, his simple outfit and neat short hair looked dazzling on him. Those chiseled cheeks, sharp nose, thin lips, and deep eyes had appeared in Ho Mian's dreams countless times. Now that she had seen him in person, she was speechless. At that moment, she felt as if her heart was about to pop out of her chest. Mian, what did I just say? Speak of the devil and shall up. Mian, what did I just say? Speak of the devil and he shall appear. This situation is so cheesy that it could be from a soap opera, Zulingli said to Ho Mian after she recovered from the initial shock, gently brushing Ho Mian's hair. But Ho Mian was completely unresponsive. Her gaze and thoughts were unmoved and still lingering on Queen Chu. That man's appearance was untouched by the 7 years that had gone by. Other than the appearance of a hint of maturity and resilience in his facial features, indicating the passing of time, the corners of his lips formed a slight smile, which was unlike the anger and colder Queen Chu, who would never let such an expression show. Was it he that had changed? Or was it time that did? Queen Chu scanned the room, but his gaze did not falter when it passed by Ho Mian, treating her like all the other classmates. An inexplicable feeling of disappointment stung Ho Mian's heart. It's been a while, Queen Chu said after skimming the room. Oh God, my darling, are you really back? Am I dreaming? Where have you been all these years? Liu Xiying asked in an excitement as she dashed towards Queen Chu. Everybody knew that Xiying was crazily infatuated with Queen Chu back in high school. He was the reason she did not speak to Ho Mian, not even once. Throughout high school, she regarded Ho Mian as her arch nemesis because back then, she regarded Ho Mian as her arch nemesis. Back then, and the relationship was still no better 7 years later. As soon as she saw Queen Chu in the flesh, she did not hold back and jumped at him like a starving dog chasing after a bone. The other girls surrounded Queen Chu as well, as everyone loved dreamy boys like him. I've been studying in the United States this whole time, Queen Chu casually said in response to everyone's inquisitions. It had been a whole 7 years since Queen Chu disappeared completely. Nobody, not even his high school sweetheart Ho Mian, knew where he had gone. At the moment, the class president Han Su walked up with a smile on his face and said, "It's good to have you back. This must be the closest we've had to a complete class. Come, Miss Yao, please be seated. We can talk while we eat." Miss Yao was helped to the main seat by Queen Chu before he seated himself in the chair to her right. Just as Han Su was about to sit down in the chair to Miss Yao's left, he heard her call Mian's name. "Miss Yao," Mian answered as she stood up. "Come and sit beside me." Miss Yao gestured for her to her. Han Su was mortified. Luckily, he reacted quickly and followed Miss Yao's words. "Come here, Mian. It's been so long since she last saw you. Why don't you come sit here and catch up?" Mian nodded and walked closer, despite her unwillingness to do so. With every step, her heart trembled harder. She was approaching Queen Chu step by step. It might have been that she was too nervous, because as soon as she sat down, she knocked over the wine glass, shattering it on the floor. "I'm sorry," Ho Mian quickly apologized. During the commotion, someone handed her a piece of napkin which she used to clean the edge of her dress. It was only after she raised her head that she realized that it was Queen Chu. "Thank you," she spoke with a distant tone, as if she had put their past relationship behind her. Queen Chu didn't respond. He casually chatted with other classmates and seemed to have turned his attention away from her. This continued until Xiying purposely asked loudly in front of all of their classmates, "Oh yeah, Mian, I heard that you're getting married soon. Your fiancé is a doctor, right? Good for you. Don't forget to invite us to your wedding. After all, we are classmates." After her words, The entire room fell dead silent as everyone watched Queen Chu's reaction closely. Not yet, our families are still discussing it, but I will notify everyone once we decide on a date, Womian said with a bashful smile. Suddenly, she felt a piercing glance towards her. You're getting married? After a moment of silence, Queen Chu finally spoke to her for the first time. Womian nodded. For some reason, out of fear or nervousness, she couldn't even say the word yes. Oh, congratulations. There was a smile on his face, but his gaze was icy cold. Thank you, said Homian politely with awkwardness. She didn't dare to look directly at Queen Chu as his smile was too oppressive. She had imagined their encounter numerous times, but she never expected them to meet in this situation. At this thought, she was once again flustered. It's such a pity. Back in the day, Homian was one of the prettiest girls in school. I always thought that she would marry into a rich or influential family, but I never thought you to settle down so soon. What a pity. If I knew this would happen, I would have asked you out. Why don't you consider me instead? Wei Dong said, half jokingly. He had always been a troublemaker during high school and had already had a few drinks. Wei Dong came from a well-off family, and his father was in the construction business with the booming real estate industry over the past few years. He was doing quite well following his father. Thus, during gatherings, he was always confident even when he joked. Ling Ling immediately rolled her eyes at him and said, "Give me a break. You have no chance. You already lost to Prince Charming Queen when you were in school. How could you win Homian's heart now?" Before she finished, Zolingli suddenly realized that she had touched a forbidden territory, so she quickly shut her mouth. The relationship between Queen Chu and Homian seemed to have turned into the plot from Jay Chu's movie, Secret. Queen Chu showed no reaction to Ling Ling's words. He simply continued to stare at Homian with a piercing gaze. Homian smiled awkwardly before standing up. She said, "Excuse me, I need to use the washroom." In reality, there was a washroom inside the private room they were in. Homian simply wanted to find an exit to escape from this situation, or more specifically, from Queen Chu. After Homian walked out of the dining room, she started to breathe heavily. She could even hear her heart rate accelerating. Homian never thought she would re-encounter Queen Chu under such circumstances. It had already been 7 years, and his sudden appearance caught her by complete surprise. After she calmed down a little in the washroom, she touched up her makeup before walking out with her head down. But before she knew what was happening, she was pushed against the wall by a large hand. Then, those icy lips suddenly approached her, and the foreign yet familiar presence caused Homian's brain to immediately short circuit.